Saadu Zungur went all the way over there to join the NCNC and participate as just another Nigerian in Nigeria.
There was a Saudana and there was an Aminu Kano. We know our friends among the two. So you're mentioning the name of another does not refer me.
Going towards the end, when you go to page 19, you made a statement that our insistence on democracy and justice made the imposition of another Yoruba man in page 19.
What paragraph?
Halfway the paragraph, you see the word our insistence. Our insistence on democracy and justice made the imposition of another Yoruba man, indeed another Egba man, Ernest Shonekan, unacceptable to us in place of the elected MKO Abiola. What do you mean by indeed another Egba man?
Oh, yes, the game of the part that be was to think that, well, if they can replace Abiola with another Egba man who is not elected, then the Yorubas might be pacified. But the Yorubas, as people of principle, we say we didn't vote for Shonekan.
You see, what you should have told this commission, what you ought to tell this commission is that we ought to all go back and stop thinking of equities, non-equities having their states.
That what?
Equities and non-equities, Egba and non-Egbas, and so on. That's what we should first go and do before you come and talk of conference.
No,
get your house in order first, man.
You get the whole thing wrong. Don't get the wrong impression here. What the part that we wanted to do was that because they have annulled an Egba man election, let's put another Egba man and a Yoruba man there, then they will forget it. But the Yoruba says no. That Egba man and the Yoruba man was not elected. It's the man elected that we want.
When the Yoruba man was robbed of the presidency in 1979, the Yoruba man was not the only UPN person in 1979.
That is true.
It took you several months saying on the Tribune, Alhaji Shehu Shagari, not president, you never recognized him. Is that the rule of law? Is that politics?
I didn't get your question.
When President Shagari was sworn in,
yes,
for the first 6 months,
yes,
he was not recognized by you. You called him Alhaji Shehu Shagari, never President Shagari.
Well, that was politics.
That was...
I'm entitled to criticize him. And we didn't agree about his election. We're entitled to do that.
That's why you went to a conference outside the Constitution, outside this body.
No, that was why we went to court. We have the liberty to do that. If it's under the military, we have no liberty. We exercise our fundamental right to go to court and
go to page 20, just before your prayer. We can therefore assert that of the tripod on which Nigeria stood, it is only the Yoruba nation that has never shifted. Who gave you the authority to pass that judgment?
The authority is the facts of...
His Lordship is telling us what should be
the authority is the facts of history. We have been objecting to this lopsidedness of Nigeria. We have never advocated secession. That's the summary of that. Although we criticize the way Nigeria is being run, we have never gone to the extreme.
I put it to you that, trivial as it is, the comments that have made require you to reorient yourself, give yourself some political acupuncture, and then come back and understand how to run Nigeria. Thank you, my lord.
Thank you. Who wants to cross-examine?
May it please your lordship and members of the panel.
For whom are you cross-examining?
I will call on General Haruna to ask few questions.
Go on.
Few questions.
If you like, have 10 or 20, doesn't worry us. We want as many views as possible.
Thank you, Lordship.
But what annoys us here, you are still adopting an adversary stance, which is against the spirit of what we're doing here. You want to score debating points, not to score points for Nigeria, but score points for your group, which is against the spirit of this commission. Go on.
Much obliged, Your Lordship. My few questions on cross-examination will not dwell on those issues. It will dwell on Nigeria.
You have a Nigerian outlook, so let's see what you will do.
Thank you, my lord. My leathered senior friend in the witness box, would you agree that to some extent, we are ruled by the spirits of our forebears?
It depends on what you mean by the spirit of our forebears.
Yes.
Because the spirit of our forebears that I have in mind is different from the one that you have in mind.
Yes. The one you have
if you can specify,
the one you have in mind.
No, if you can specify what you have in mind, say like A, B, C, D.
Identify your forebears. You will agree to some extent that spirit guides you.
That is a loaded...
Is yes or no?
No, it can't be yes or no on a question that is not specific. You are not specific.
It is specific enough.
No, the spirit of my...
Okay, you are not guided by the spirit of your forebears. However, you know that in the territory of Nigeria before colonial times, there were some collective people under various shades of rulers.
That was how the British met us.
Beg your pardon?
The British met us under different rules.
But I'm not asking you what the British did. Did you recognize that there were?
Before when? What time?
Before the colonial time.
Oh yes, they met us, there were rulers.
There was Odudua, for example.
Oh yes.
There was the Caliphate, for example.
Oh yes.
Jaja of Opobo.
Now you are specific.
Can you name others?
Now you are specific. I agree with you on that.
Can you name others?
I can't remember all.
Okay.
You know you are younger.
I don't know.
If you don't know, I'm telling you, you are younger.
Thank you. As an elder, I expect that you will know more of the ancestry of Nigerian territory than myself. Now, you'd know that the Nigerian territory was ceded to a chartered company.
Yes, the USC.
And the USC used force to accumulate territories to itself that became part of Nigeria.
That's all our problem. We all know that.
I'm coming to it, please. Thank you. Now, when these territories were ceded, they were organized into a political being, not on the basis of ethnicity.
Yes, for the convenience of the colonialists. Yes.
And that the colonialists proceeded to rule through indirect rule.
Yes.
That indirect rule preserved some of the tenets of rulership and administration which they met with our people.
Well, you are referring to history. Nobody will dispute that.
Thank you very much. You agree that the colonialists expanded and kept their rule under the use of force.
That is
the Royal West African Force.
That is true. That is true.
Thank you very much. And that this army developed into the Nigerian army.
Yes.
By independence.
After independence.
Thank you. It is true that before independence, our political forefathers had a dialogue with the British colonialists.
Yes.
To draw up the Constitution.
Yes.
It is true that the British colonialists gave us independence on the basis of Nigerian sovereignty on the international plane.
Yes, on the principle of pure federalism. Pure federalism.
The principle of pure federalism. Please, could you define pure federalism?
Go and read the 19th.
I don't have to go.
No,
It was a principle of federalism. I put it to you, there is no purity about any federalism.
Why did the army change in 1966?
There is no purity in any federalism. I put it to you.
That's a matter of opinion.
It is not matter of opinion. It is a political statement.
Federalism is federalism. No, there is no Nigerian factor in federalism. It is because you change.
Do you know that Australia practices federalism?
What do you have?
Australia.
Oh, yes.
United States of America.
Yes.
Canada.
Yes.
There are distinctive different federalisms.
Of course.
And therefore, Nigeria practices its own brand of federalism.
Which is lopsided. That's why we are comparing.
There is no pure federalism. I put it to you, there is no pure federalism.
Constitutional law here. Anybody sitting an exam in constitutional law? Exam in constitutional law. These are subject for address.
Thank you, my lord.
If he says yes or no, it's here, not there, here, not there.
The problem is he refused to answer the yes or no. I only put it to him.
Even if he says yes or no, it doesn't bind us.
Thank you, my lord. I'm guided.
We know what federalism means.
Thank you, my lord. That the Nigerian state sovereignty extends over land, sea, and air.
That's pure constitutional issue.
That the Nigerian army is not an army that was made up by conscription. It was a voluntary individual who got recruited to serve the army.
Yes. But the promotion in the army are done by individuals, by some people in power.
I put it to you that the army has a hierarchy based on rank.
The what?
The hierarchy in the army is based on rank.
Yes, that is true.
And the rank is not based on tribe.
I'm not sure about that. The rank adjusts for that is what is causing problem in the country.
I put it to you that no tribal individual entered the army as Hausa or Yoruba or Igbo.
That's the paperwork. We are talking about.
I put it to you. Let us be true. The commission is to find out the truth.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, not our perspective of interpretation. The truth is that Adebayo joined the army as a citizen individual exercising his right. He did not enter as a Yoruba man.
But how did he
was not sent there as a Yoruba man.
That is true, but
that is true. Thank you very much.
But the promotion is based on the tribe.
Let us be honest with ourselves and speak the truth.
We are being honest.
Yes.
I want to know those of you who entered the army with you and of the same rank by the time you left.
We were not conscripted. True or false?
You won't answer that one. Those who entered with you, your classmates, are they of the general by the time you retire? Are they of the same rank? Your classmates.
Do you know my classmates?
I know.
Who are they?
Anyway, this is not the place for that. You answer the question.
I will answer the question.
Whether your classmates from other tribes aspire to...
You want to be tribalist, and I'm not a tribalist. I will not answer your question.
That is the general name. When somebody emphasizes his right, they say you are a tribalist. And I say I'm being cheated, you are a tribalist. And others are cheating, you should keep quiet.
Thank you.
Keep quiet, too.
You will agree, and I put it to you, that the Nigerian army did not evolve to govern Nigeria.
You know what?
The Nigerian army was not evolved to govern Nigeria.
I don't get you there. It's not what?
Nigerian army was not built up for the purposes of governing Nigeria.
That's why we are complaining about the
yes or
Nigeria.
No?
Everybody knows that. That's why you come by a coup.
Everybody does not know the truth.
I know that you are not bound to rule, but you
Thank
use
you.
money to...
So when the army set out to rule, it was wrong.
It was wrong. Thank you. We agree there.
And when the army set out to rule, it was not only wrong, it was a revolution.
Oh, yes.
I put it to you that in a revolution, people get killed.
Yes.
And in the Nigerian revolution, people got killed.
It can't be an exception to the rule of revolution.
Thank you. Please, can you read page 6 of your submission?
What paragraph?
It's to do with the paragraph to do with the editorial by Daily Times.
It's a long editorial.
Where is
Where is Brigadier Ogundipe?
Yes.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
Yes.
May you please read that?
Where is Brigadier Ogundipe, Chief of the Armed Forces, this morning? Where is Lieutenant Colonel Gawan, Chief of Staff of the Army, this moment? Where are the provincial governors, Ojuku, Azam, Ejo? They should reach a compromise today. All of them to step out now to offer the most needed leadership of the country and government.
Thank you. Can you please also read page 7? The second paragraph, Adeyinka's comment.
Is that the paragraph? We thought we could bring the situation to normal. But unfortunately, in spite of all our efforts, we lost control and the situation deteriorated and could not be salvaged. Contrary to military ethics, the North insisted that Jagawan should take over as head of state, whereas Brigadier Ogundipe and Colonel Adebayo, my humble self, were both senior to him. After 4 days of negotiation between the elders of both the North and the West, Ogundipe and Adebayo were persuaded to allow Lieutenant Gawan, who was the most senior Northern officer, to take over. Ogundipe was then posted to London as Nigerian High Commissioner, and Adebayo was appointed the military governor of Western Nigeria.
You will agree with me that in a revolutionary situation, the issue of seniority is irrelevant.
You are telling me now?
You will agree with me
I can't agree with you because one of you was there then.
Admitted
Who
here
was senior to you then?
loss of control.
He has said
The facts are known.
He said against
The
the
facts
military
are known.
ethics.
They lost control. That's what he said here. And you agreed it was a revolutionary situation. And I put it to you that in spite of that, there was negotiation that agreed that Lieutenant Colonel Gawan was to take over.
Yes, a junior man should take over. That's the type of negotiation that's justice.
Okay.
That's the ethics in the army.
Okay, do you know that in the army, commissions are held by different titles?
Yes, I read it in the papers.
And that there's distinctive difference between the types of commission each officer holds?
I know that. But
do you know the kind of commission?
I know a major is junior to a brigadier.
That is right. I am asking you, and I'm putting it to you,
Yes.
that short service commission is distinct from regular combatant commission.
Well, those who, one of you
I
know,
am putting it to you.
one of you knows has told us what should happen. So don't ask me, I'm an ignorant man.
Well,
one of you, what I said, Adebayo, you refute what he has said, that according to military ethics, the senior man should have been. You say that is not the military ethics.
You believe that that is the military ethics.
You know what?
You believe that that is the military ethics.
Fair enough.
I put it to you that the military ethics distinguishes between two separate types of commission.
I see. I'm learning.
Thank you. Address. You will agree that revolution and war seeks to settle political dispute.
Yes.
That peace is the settlement after war.
Yes.
and that war is by itself politics by violence.
Yes.
That peace is a state of equilibrium and balance.
That peace, yes, yes, yes.
That balance.
But you can't get peace without equity.
Sorry.
Imbalance.
Peace without equity it will not be all right.
Then there is no balance.
It will be balanced.
General,
So if you have peace.
can you repeat those particular parts again? For revolution, what was it you were saying? Revolution and war, you were saying?
Yes.
Settle political disputes.
Thank you, my lord. I put it to him that war is a settlement of political dispute.
By violence. By violence, you added.
I am coming to that.
I see.
Don't take over the cross-examination. That peace is a settlement as an aftermath of war. That war is politics by violent means.
Yes.
That peace is politics by consensus. Oh, sorry, my lord.
Gently.
Oh, sorry.
He wants us to have a